What is going on, guys? It is Brickgeneral here, back with another video, and today, guys, I am going to be talking about Fortnite. So, if you guys have been around for my channel for a little bit, you guys know that when I hit 1,000 subscribers, this is around when I started playing Fortnite, and Fortnite has been not a massive part of my channel, but has been a decent part of my channel for a pretty long time, and it hasn't been carrying it, but it is part of it. Now, I did do a video a while back when Fortnite just came out. I think it was not just came out, but it was about season 2 or season 3, right when it was at its highest point. I did it called "Why is Fortnite so popular?" So now, guys, we are about 3 years, or a little bit less than 3 years after Fortnite released, and Fortnite is kind of booming right now since their recent update. And I want to talk about, guys, why has Fortnite been so good and so popular for so long? 3 years is not that long for a game to be good. We've seen games like CS:GO that have been popular for 8 years or more. But the thing is, Fortnite has been the number one or number two game being streamed in content creators and stuff like that in the world for basically the past 3 years. It's basically not buffered from the top. Now, as much as you want to say it died during that, the fan base has been pretty consistent. Fortnite has remained one of the top games, and despite its all of its hate, it is a very good game. I'm going to say that right here. Even from coming from someone who roasts Fortnite a lot, it is a fantastic game. Now I'm going to be talking about, guys, why it's so good. But before I get into it, guys, I do want to mention in the description of all my videos, I have the link to my Discord, and if you guys are a small creator, especially a gaming one, you guys can join up the Discord, and once you gain the content creator badge, which only takes a week, super easy to do, you can promote your videos as much as you want. There's a bunch of other people, we can talk about gaming, all that fun stuff. The link is always in the description. Just want to let you guys know. And the rest of my socials, like Instagram, Twitter, all that, also there. But now, guys, let's get on into the video. So the first reason, guys, is that anyone could play. Now, this is not necessarily just the free-to-play aspect, but this is literally in all aspects, how anyone could play this game. So the first thing, obviously, is free-to-play. So free-to-play wasn't that common on console, especially Xbox and PS4. It wasn't really there. There weren't that many games you could play free. I remember if you went to the Xbox store, I'd commonly look there for free games. There was almost nothing. You couldn't really play any good games or anything that you actually want for free. It was usually indie developers, not that there's anything wrong with that, but it was usually indie developers just trying to get their name out and trying to see if people would play them, which is cool. That's usually what you expect from seeing a free game. But this is the first time you saw a pretty big developer, Epic Games, put out a free-to-play game. So you were like, okay, and it's on console, so you could get it, and it wasn't that big of a file. So free-to-play, so that already creates a pretty big buzz since it's free-to-play, and no money can basically change how well you play. There's cosmetics, but that doesn't change anything. Second, guys, this catered to anyone. If you guys look at Fortnite and how it is, it really caters to basically anyone who wants to play. You can, for COD players and first-person shooter players, there are guns. So if you're an expert marksman, you're going to be good at the game. There's also stealth aspects. If you're good at tactically moving around, games like Assassin's Creed or stuff like that, that also works for you. Now, I don't know where the building comes in. That's just kind of whoever can spam buttons really fast. So I guess Super Smash Bros. Players, if you're playing that, that also works out. If you're just a button masher, then you can also be a builder. So it works for anyone. And the way the graphics are designed, if you guys look at the graphics aren't too childish, but they're not too mature at the same time, if you guys know what I mean. So there's not a ton of blood and stuff like that. There's not that stuff. So it allows really anyone to play. It's graphics that are pretty inviting. It's similar to Minecraft's graphics. They don't cater to a specific audience, but they allow for all the different audiences. And this also works out with the gameplay, as I just said. Additionally, guys, the skill gap wasn't massive. So one of the main things was that Fortnite, obviously the point is to win. So in some games where there's a victory, let's say in Call of Duty, if you're playing a competitive mode like Search and Destroy, if you guys don't play Call of Duty, it's basically a 6v6 mode where you die for the round, and either next round it's first to 6 rounds. If you're really good, you're going to body everyone, and you're going to win. And you can't really catch wins unless you're getting carried by someone, unless you're really good. In Fortnite, on the other hand, guys, you guys can catch dubs without being good. You can get that victory royale without being that good. You can honestly, camp, you can do whatever, by whatever means necessary. It's not that hard to necessarily just get a win. And the satisfaction of getting a win is really crazy. I gotta say, guys, one of the most satisfying feelings in Fortnite, especially during the beginning, was getting a win. That was let's go level. I still remember getting my first solo win. I ran around my house. I was like, let's go! First solo win! Even though I camped in the bush the entire game, and I barely killed the last guy, even though he had 10 health. But we're not talking about that. But still, it's super satisfying to get that win, and that's been a reason why a lot of people play. Additionally, guys, it's not hard to pick up. It's very easy to understand. Where you have a game where you're basically doing the same thing over and over again, it's not a very complex game. So if you look at a game like Call of Duty, there's a reason that a lot of people like to play it. It's because you shoot, you die. You shoot, you die. At least for the main game modes. Now, you could take more difficult games to pick up, like RPGs and stuff like that. Obviously, they still have their fan bases, but it's much easier to pick up a game like Fortnite and play it once and completely understand how it works than, let's say, start League of Legends and completely understand everything instantly. So that already makes a pretty big appeal to all players. Now the last thing, guys, is because it was free to play and all these aspects combined, this is just basically adding to itself. A lot of people were playing. So I remember in the peak of Fortnite, I would have about 20 Xbox Live friends on at any given time, and every single person, it was at the least, it would be like 18 out of 20. Everyone was playing Fortnite Battle Royale. You saw it. You saw playing Fortnite Battle Royale solo match, 96 people left, something like that. Everyone was playing Fortnite. So because so many people were playing it, people were playing with their friends. And let's be honest here, guys, if you and your friends, if they're actually your friends, and you get to play with them, then yeah, it's going to be an extremely fun game. Like any game you can have like this, where someone can clutch up and stuff like that. Any game where you get to play with your friends, let's be honest here, guys, it's fun. If you guys even play a really stupid game, just like with your friends, it's gonna be fun if you guys are actually friends. So that also helped too. That just created more popularity and just created more hype. So this anyone can play thing is one of the main reasons I'm definitely saying Fortnite is super popular. The next thing, guys, is constant content updates. This is massive. I don't know how Epic Games, as much hate as they get for like Fortnite in general, their updates to Fortnite have been pristine. Like, it is amazing what they've been able to do, how they're able to change it so often, but not so much that it feels like it's a new game every time. It's just enough so it's like, it's a little bit familiar, but it's like a little bit different at the same time. It's really amazing what they're doing. So I'm going to give you guys some examples. The first thing, guys, is Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is new every season, and a season's about 2 months for those of you that haven't played Fortnite. And the Battle Pass is just a concept of getting like cosmetic items for like $10. That is crazy. That is super cool. They always have new content with that, and that has been ripped off by so many games. You have a Battle Pass in COD, you have a Battle Pass in, I'm pretty sure, PUBG, and they have it in a bunch of other games too, guys. This idea of like new content, like new cosmetic content coming out every like so often, is an idea that has been put in different games. This is amazing, guys. Usually when a game launches, they usually don't update it that much, but like if you look at a game like Fortnite, it's basically updated like every 2 months, and it's patched like every week. So it's amazing how much different content they're putting. They completely add new items. The map is changing always. Different locations are getting destroyed. Different locations are getting added. New weapons are being added. Nothing stays forever. The only thing I've really seen that stays forever is like shotguns, and basic rifles. That's all that's staying, and everything else is changing. But they do it at such well timing that it's like, it's not like, it doesn't feel like a completely different game. It's completely new. So when you have all this new content coming in, people are not just gonna get bored of just sitting there like, oh my god, this is so boring, just drop in, get the victory royale dip. No, there's new content, so you're like, oh my god, I want to play. Like, guys, I honestly was hating on Fortnite until season 3. This season 3 came out. Even though I'd play it so much, I have like over 300 wins, and I completely grinded out. But once this new season came out, guys, they like completely changed the map, completely added new stuff. It's amazing, guys. I'm super enjoying Fortnite right now. It is awesome. Gotta give big props to Epic Games. Their way of changing content has completely revolutionized gaming. Fortnite has revolutionized gaming, guys. I'm gonna say it again. I don't know if you guys have heard my opinion on this. Fortnite has completely revolutionized the gaming industry, whether you like it or not. Fortnite has completely changed everything. First of all, there's two main things. First is the free-to-play. Free-to-play has become so much more powerful now, and game developers are forced to put their prices down, which is awesome, because why would you spend $60 on a AAA game if you can get the same experience for free? Additionally, guys, they added completely new cosmetic stuff. Pay to win has actually been a little bit like decreased since this happened, because since Fortnite has been so good and they've made so much money off just cosmetic stuff, people realize people don't want to pay for pay to win. They want to pay for cosmetic stuff that adds to your game, that adds to your experience, but doesn't change how well you play. And the last thing, guys, is definitely the idea that games are easy to pick up. This is something that we're seeing a lot. And the last one, guys, is definitely constant content updates. A game like COD, like I remember when I had Black Ops 2, there wouldn't be really any updates. You wouldn't get, there may be some DLC, but COD is changing like every month now. They're adding new content every month, and it's amazing. This is because of Fortnite, because they know if they don't change their game, people are just going to go over to Fortnite. And Fortnite is keeping the entire gaming community in check. It is amazing. Now, guys, the next point I want to talk about, I actually want to get my friend Kavaxos on here. He's a Fortnite YouTuber. He uploads Fortnite and other gaming content. He has over 5,000 subs, so he's really popular, for at least relatively speaking. So I want to get him on here, guys, and he's going to share his opinion on why he thinks Fortnite is really good.
Alright, Brick. Thanks for having me, man. So, why I think Fortnite got so popular is mostly the content creators. It was such a new game, and everyone was so used to COD, and a new game comes out, Battle Royale, so everyone had to get used to it. And the more people got used to it, the better they had, the more fun they had. And the content creators like Nick830 or Ninja or just streamers in general, it made the game blow up so quickly because of how much content they produced on it. and the people watching their streams wanted to play the game and be just like their favorite content creators. And that's another reason why I started playing the game, because I saw a bunch of other people play it and I wanted to be just like them. And I wanted to play the game, and they started releasing items like skins and battle passes, and that also made people play the game because they could unlock and achieve all of their thing, unlock a lot of skins and do a lot of stuff in the game. It wasn't like a normal Call of Duty game where you just like you go around the map and shoot people. You have to actually survive, build, and things like that. And on top of that, you have LTMs, game modes pretty much, things like one shot or shotguns only mode. That's the type of things that made people want to play the game even more. And as time went on, the game kept getting better and better, but more people got better and better, and that's what made a lot of people stop playing the game. But the more they add, the more people are going to play, and that's why I think Fortnite got so popular so quickly, and why it's such a good game, and why people think it's such a good game. So that's my opinion. Thanks, Brick, for having me, man. I appreciate it, and back to you, man.
Alright, thank you, Kovoxels. His link will be in the description, and I'm going to add him in the title, so if you just click on the title, it should take you straight to his channel. Now, guys, I do want to mention this before the Fortnite haters come at me in the comments. I'm just going to talk about it shortly. If you guys want to argue about it, I'm down to in the comments. This, guys, is the Dark Age of Fortnite. I want to call this the Dark Age of Fortnite because this is when Fortnite was kind of like... It was getting a lot of hate. Like, I personally stopped playing for a little bit, and this was around Season 8, Season 9. Fortnite's getting a little bit dry, they weren't really updating stuff, and people were just getting bored because of the spray meta, and this is when a lot of the sweaty, like, the stereotypical soccer skins started playing. And honestly, guys, I got annoyed of just getting destroyed by sweats with, like, SMGs and stuff. But the way Fortnite fixed this, guys, is the same way that I talked about in my second point. They basically completely revamped everything, changed the map, and now it's pretty well balanced, I'm pretty sure. And that's really it, guys. That's all I want to mention. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have an opinion similar, just let me know in the comments below. If you guys got a different one, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.